And this was the moment when I remembered that merchants don't restock every week, they restock every month. Damn it. Hey guys, it's Jag. Welcome back to the arcade.
Please.
Let's get back to just another game. Fire Emblem Fates, where, as you can see, I basically have done all I can do for fishing. I completely forgot that you do not restock every week. I thought you did. What do you have to say? It's a bit intimidating.
The Knights of Saros are led by the Archbishop herself, and the Kingdom Army is led by none other than the King.
And you are led by me, so quit your bitching.
I have faith that the Imperial Army will prevail, but it still makes my knees feel a bit wobbly.
How do they manufacture armor with hips? That's the most valuable thing I can get out of that conversation. Her armored hips don't lie. Ah, God. Okay, well, I guess we have to kind of hope for the best on this, because I cannot grind professor points besides eating, singing, and growing. Ellipses, what do you have to say? You... Ow, cat.
Did you want something?
Fleisch, that's right.
Sorry, I was a bit lost in thought. Or rather, I was thinking about work. My brother had sorted out all his personal affairs, but apparently he'd forgotten about his work duties. So now I've got a ton more work on my plate. Oh, brother, why must you be so careless?
Does that mean you're gonna be leading armies?
Once this war is over, I'm gonna take a vacation and get some well-earned rest back home with my mother.
Does she know about your brother? Or are you going to have to break the news to her? Did we send letters? Do we do that? I don't know if we do that. I really hope these buffs stack, because I'm going to need to cook a lot. Alright, let's cook with Mercedes again. We'll go with Blessed Jelly. Look at how many Tototes pike I have. Holy crap. Actually, you know what? Let's cook that.
I enjoy baking sweets, but I'm not sure how I'll do cooking other types of food.
Alright, there you go. Those of you who wanted to hear that line without me talking over it,
Cooking is much more exciting than studying or training.
you're welcome.
Wow.
I hope this stacks? I don't know, but let's have some bitter eats. A dining hall festival for the monastery's best kept secret. It's cheese. Effects are enhanced when dining with a bitter food enthusiast. Hubert loves the Garrig mock meat pie. Kesper does too. A crispy brown pie packed with tomatoes, cheese, and tender chunks of meat. Stop stabbing me. He keeps moving his feet, and he's never been shy about his claws, and he keeps stabbing me in the kidneys. Which, you might be surprised, doesn't feel good. I don't really need to motivate too many more people, but let's eat with Caspar and Linhardt. Let's do that.
You never know if each meal together might be our last. I try to treasure these moments.
That's the first time that I think that the person on the right has ever spoken first.
I get what you're saying, but you shouldn't be so grim. Let's survive so we can keep eating together.
Okay, so this is clearly a special interaction. It does look really good, though. I like how everyone gets their own little casserole dish. Alright, who else should I eat? Actually, before we go into a eating frenzy, who do I have an outlying support with? I've got so many S's. Mercedes, huh? Which means, actually, Mercedes could be a marriage candidate. I forget what my conversation with Mercedes was like. I could marry Hubert. I absolutely could marry Hubert. This is probably the only story where you can marry either Edelgard or Hubert, but... Ow, ow, ow! Alright, he's leaving. Yeah, you can sit over there. But I've actually done a pretty good job of maxing out my support with almost all of my students. Not Sylvain, not Felix. I've not paid attention to Felix, not Shamir. Felix and Shamir have not gone on the battlefield with me. But yeah, if I go with Mercedes support, I'll only be missing that support with Sylvain, which I actually kind of want. So I'm going to see if I can invite him to tea.
Hubert?
Nothing in particular. Just taking a moment to admire your skill with the bow.
Two people who like murdering each other. This should be great.
I'm willing to bet you could put an arrow through the neck of an enemy general from quite a distance. In fact, to any leader's bodyguard, I would go so far as to say you pose the most dangerous kind of threat.
Don't worry your fragile little self. Your lady princess is safe. I wouldn't shoot my employer.
I would certainly hope not. But there are some mercenaries to whom a contract means little. And you would do well to remember that Lady Edelgard is no mere princess.
Well, not anymore.
You should take care to learn the proper form of address for your employer.
I said lady.
With that smirk.
I already told you. I'm not going to break the princess's contract.
What did I just say?
Ooh, that's an angry look. That's probably the most angry we've ever seen Hubert.
Proper address. Right. Next time.
My patience has limits, you know. For the moment, you may stand in Lady Edelgard's good graces. But if you become a problem, I will not hesitate to eliminate you.
Right, problem. Proper address, elimination.
You're unstable, Hubert.
You know, you just acknowledged that she could put an arrow through an enemy general from quite a distance. Maybe you shouldn't test that.
Be careful who you threaten.
Ooh, that's a new sprite for Shamir, too.
I don't take kindly to those who get in the way of my contracts.
Is that a threat?
Just some advice.
And that's a new pose. Get the feeling they don't like each other, but they are support level C regardless. Hang on a second. Let's look at the map. Is this a map event or a weekly event? Looks like it's gonna happen during the week. Okay. Back to supports. This is really our most major thing we have to complete. And we're actually starting to complete it. We've come so far.
Aha, Lysithea. It's wrong to tease, yet I can hardly help myself. I know a secret. Your secret, in fact.
I would not tease her about that.
I think you mean a baseless rumor. Why are you wasting your time? And mine, for that matter.
Well, it's a secret that could completely overturn what is considered common knowledge in Crest research.
Shut your mouth! Just... Let's go talk somewhere other than here.
Smooth and subtle, Linhart. Smooth and subtle, you Crest nerd.
Okay, where did you hear about it?
Well, I found something while searching through Professor Hanneman's old room.
Wait a minute. That means this would have to take place after we took over the church. But this doesn't feel like a conversation that would have happened 5 years after the church. Okay, I'm having trouble placing when this one would take place.
I should have figured. You haven't told anyone, have you?
Of course not. If someone else were to learn you have 2 crests, I might lose you as a test subject.
Touchy words right there.
Please stop talking so loudly. So what if I have 2 crests? If you insist on speaking of it, please do so quietly.
How did Edelgard manage to hide the fact that she's got 2 crests from Hanneman then?
My intuition was correct. You do have 2 crests.
God damn it, Linhardt. Don't do that.
Wait, what? Did you just trick me?
Trick is such a strong word. I think of it as testing a hypothesis.
It's such a... That's what we call a Richard relocation. Or a dick move.
The truth is, I simply made an educated guess.
Well, now that I've confirmed it for you, there's not much I can do.
No, there isn't.
I disagree. For example, you could tell me if you were born with them, or is the source magical?
And you're prying into some forbidden memories right here.
What does it feel like to use both crests at the same time? Is it pleasant, painful, euphoric?
I don't think we've ever seen 2 crests activate at the same time. Can that happen?
Enough is enough! I am done talking about this. As though I'd speak of this to the likes of you.
I understand her desire for privacy, but to refuse my request for knowledge? It's, well, it's rude.
I don't think Linhardt is ever going to understand social etiquette. Alright. Let's see here. Petra has 1. Sylvain has 1. That means we have 2 left. Only 2 supports left. Wow. Let's eat. Let's stretch it out as long as we can. Oh man, that means that we're probably going to be blazing through this last few weeks. In fact, if you select it on the calendar, you can skip ahead.
Ferdinand.
I feel like I shouldn't have skipped that. I expected it to be the eating conversation, or the eating competition conversation. I'm going to have to remember how to do that, or pause next time. But yeah. All we really have to do is eat and grow, which reminds me, I do need to go plant some things and sing. You...
Eating delicious.
Alright, so this is something I can skip. You do get a bit from growing things. In fact, I think you get more the more you spend on it. And since I didn't grow anything last week, that kind of crippled me a bit. Let's do some gardening. I'm going to give... Oh, I can harvest... I planted something last week? What? What? I don't remember giving seeds. Maybe I did it off screen, because I did harvest off screen right before I went to go fish. Okay, well at least I didn't miss out on that. And that. And let's do the maximum cultivation we can. Spread Pegasus blessings. Pegasus blessings? Is that what they call it? That just hit me what they're talking about. Okay, yeah. Spread those blessings. Okay. Video game? You got me with that one. Alright. But I think you get, the better your cultivation, the better your crop, the more professor points you get. So hopefully we got something good, because I'm going to give up on getting dried vegetables. We're just not going to finish that quest. Quest. Enunciation is important.
Yeah, you just get it.
Alright, I can skip this one too. Now I'm kind of like a little bit gun shy. 34. I think you get a little bit of professor points from teaching, which is why I'm making sure to do that, and that's why I'm not skipping weeks.
I would...
I mean, besides, there's the hopeful random chance that we get to answer somebody's question. And that gives us a ton of points. Can we just eat with one person? I don't think you can. I'd rather eat with, yeah, we'll do this. I'd rather eat with as many people as possible.
This is a...
That looks appetizing.
Yes, Manuela looks appetizing. Thank you, Felix. Alright, that's done for the moment. Let's go sing. Then we'll look at these last two supports. Also, are there any notes? Also, there's like 2 people we still need to talk to. Are there any notes? Do notes replenish from week to week, or is it a monthly thing? Let's find out. There is one note. It's week to week. I'm weary from the ceaseless fighting. I wonder if I'll ever meet a kind, beautiful young lady who can cure my hardened heart. Oh, okay. You will one day, I'm sure of it. Could tell them to not quit dreaming. Damn it, Sylvain. Alright, Manuela and Dorothea. Sure. I am laser focused on getting everything
This is
done.
no good. Sing from... I'll keep my voice down.
Everything done for points. Must get points. Did we get some points for answering the note and it didn't show up? Because I feel like we just saw a pretty sharp drop. I didn't exactly pay attention, but I thought we were still in the 3000s. Alright, let's look at these last supports. Well, besides the one I'm going to have with Manuela, or Mercedes. Shamir and Petra. This should be good.
Shamir, you are training away from the ground of training.
Ah, Petra. Well, it looks like it might rain.
I have understanding. Rain training can cause unhealthiness. Can I give you a question now?
So this is way back when Petra barely spoke Fodlanese or English.
Sure.
You come from Dagda, I think. Why are you working at the monastery?
You can tell I'm from Dagda? Oh, I suppose Bridget is our neighbor. As for why I work here, that's simple. I work to live.
Work to live, live to work. That's not how the song goes.
I also have an interest in seeing what happens to your professor.
She gonna kill me.
I don't plan to return to Dagda anytime soon.
But Fodlan is an enemy for you, right? Are you feeling okay about that?
The only ones I've fought in person are the Imperial Army, under the command of the previous Emperor. I carry no ill will toward anyone else. Including, of course, the current Emperor.
Head tilt. I feel like this had to have been a text change to try to make... Maybe they do change the text somewhat based on events.
I have gratitude for your answering. You have given me understanding.
How about you? Do you hate them? The Empire is your father's enemy, no? And it's Dagda's fault that Bridget got pulled into the war at all. So, do you hate Dagda? Or do you see that as none of your concern?
The fault is not of Dagda. My father made his own choice to be joining the war. I cannot say I have no hatred for the Empire, but I do not have any for Edelgard. She gives me much help and strength. I cannot have hate for her.
Makes sense. You can hate a country without hating its people.
You speak with such honesty. It is very amazing.
I'm not that special. I just don't let emotions get in my way.
Or at all. You are the most emotionless woman I've seen yet. Alright, Alright, support level C, and I want to check on something while we're here. Now, from what I understand, to get married, the event that you need plays out automatically right before you go into the final battle.
Professor!
But I want to make sure I don't miss it. It's an event that happens at the graveyard, and I'm going to keep checking back here just to make sure that I don't ignore it, because I actually really did trip over Edelgard's coronation. I did not know that that was a requirement until after the fact, and I did it on the week when I needed to do it, and I was super lucky. Who do I need to talk to? Just a couple of people. Also, looks like we have 2 events. One of them is probably Mercedes. Who's here to talk to? Off to the kingdom capital we go. Didn't I talk to you?
All right, off to the kingdom capital we go. Huh. I feel like I've said that before.
You're imagining things. It's not your imagination. Let's head for the kingdom capital.
All right, I'm fired up and ready to go.
Huh, I feel like I said that before. Yeah, let's head for the capital, Caspar. Don't think about it. Alright, who am I gonna have blue supports with? Shamir and Mercedes, okay. Let's have Sylvain and Lysithia.
Lysithia, I have to say, you're really impressive. I respect you a lot, and I thought I should tell you.
Okay.
This is gonna be good.
It's just, you know, you're 4 years younger than me, but you work really hard at everything. I mean, when I was your age, I wasted all my time just goofing off and doing whatever I wanted.
Doesn't look like much has changed for you since then.
You snide bitch.
And unlike you, I don't have time to waste, so leave me be.
Are you going to do some extra magic training? I'd be happy to join you, if you don't mind. What do you want to start with?
I am absolutely disinterested in spending any time with you. What is it you want anyway? Clearly, you haven't been listening to a word I've been saying. Perhaps it's because I'm younger. You see fit to ignore me when I speak. Is that it?
What? No. Age has nothing to do with it.
Age has nothing to do with why I'm ignoring you. I would do it anyway. Now let's practice magic.
You're amazing. You're true to yourself. You know what you want and who you are. Not a lot of girls I know can say that.
Ah, so it isn't my age that's to blame for you breezing over my wishes. It's my gender.
What? Where did you get that idea?
You're in over your head on this one, Sylvain.
I'm just trying to praise your smarts and hard work and everything. It's impressive how someone so young...
Your lack of self-awareness is deeply troubling.
What I'm aware of is you trying to pick a fight. Calm down, kiddo.
There it is. Here we go.
Look, I'm really busy. Super, extremely, inordinately busy. I've got one last thing to say to you.
And what would that be?
I'm skilled with magic, and my abilities are finely honed. It's not like I need someone for target practice.
No, but I do.
Ooh! Okay, that was good. That was... Wow. Do not piss off the albino nuke. And one last person to talk to here? Ah, Mercedes. I'm never gonna pronounce her name right. I am prepared to fight.
When I first enrolled in the Officers Academy, I never thought it would come to this. I can't believe we're waging war. Against the church, no less.
Do you regret it? Are you ready to face this?
Yes, of course. Even if our enemy is Lady Rhea herself, I am prepared to fight.
No, I kind of feel bad, because the church raised her and I have recruited her into my war against the church. Okay. We've got 2 supports, one up north, one up south, and then that's it. Let's go. Alright. I did do the singing, right? I could go check. I don't think I can sing again.
Professor!
Yeah? Yes, okay.
Professor?
Everybody knows my name! I am the professor! Alright, who am I gonna talk to? Place your bets! Shamir or Mercedes? Leave it in the comment below. Winner gets absolutely nothing.
Professor.
It's Shamir! Sure.
Thanks for your help out there. Battles tend to go smoother with you around.
The same to you.
I think you did most of the heavy lifting. It may be unwise to think this way on the battlefield, but I feel I can trust your commands without question.
Kinda feel like you should question sometimes. Why's that? I still make mistakes.
Don't we all? But, judging by the results of our recent battles, you're clearly good at this. I've also noticed that you've been putting me in more precarious situations lately.
I've not fielded you on the battlefield at all.
Almost like you know I won't question your orders.
My apologies for that. I know I can rely on you.
Ha! I'm glad you trust me to get the job done, but still.
Please stop trying to kill me.
I knew you were doing it on purpose. You're in a very important position now that you're leader of the Imperial Army. Funny to think you used to just teach at the Officers' Academy. Your old students still call you Professor.
Yep.
That's no title for the commander of an army.
Well, nobody knows my actual name. There's no harm in it. I actually like it.
You'll always be their professor, huh?
And they'll always be my students.
You sure are an interesting one. My people lost the war, and I was left to wander Fodlan alone. But I guess meeting you was my prize.
Aww.
You look confused. Did you not know any of this?
I'm bad at history.
I was living in my homeland of Dagda up until the Imperial Army destroyed it 10 years ago. But being a mercenary, I have no real allegiance. That's why I'm working here now. Don't worry though, I don't plan to turn on you.
Good. I guess I can stop trying to kill you then. That brings our support level up to B. I want to see something. What is your maximum with Shamir? It's A. Okay. So at least for Fem Byleth, Shamir is straight. You cannot marry Shamir if you are a woman. All right, then that means the final support all the way down here is Mercedes.
Professor.
And once we do that, I'll probably eat one more time. We'll go to the next week of lessons. We'll go to the final exploration day, which is, spoilers, gonna be eating and harvesting. And then it's time for the final battles. And wherever we are at that time, that's where we're gonna be for the rest of the game, as far as our professor rating goes. Okay. Oh, by the way, let me zoom this out. One person left to talk to in the monastery. We should do that. We're kind of in the same area. A little bit. At least Mercedes is on the way. Man, it feels, as much as I like the supports, it feels good to have them done. Sure, let's talk to Mercedes.
Do you have a moment, Professor? I need to speak with you.
Sure.
Thank you so much. This is what I wanted to address. This letter from my adoptive father just arrived.
Oh, interesting. Adoptive father?
Oh, have I not mentioned him? He's the reason I first came to the Officers' Academy. He's also the one who dragged me from the church where I was living, just so he could use my crest.
Oh, so you're gonna burn this thing then? I don't understand.
My crest does not yet belong to a house, so he plans to use it as leverage to marry into the nobility. He's a very greedy man who was a roving merchant before adopting me, but now he's in the capital. This letter says that he's finally arranged to marry me off to a wealthy noble. I know he's just thinking of himself, but can't he see that this isn't a priority when we're at war?
My thoughts exactly.
I don't know what to do about this proposal.
Burn it. You don't have to do shit for him. Will you accept?
I can't see any way around it, so I fear that I must. I just don't want to let go of the life that I've made for myself.
I mean, the life that you've made for yourself has been filled with war, so...
I know it's not what my heart wants, but I don't have the strength to say no.
Want me to do it? I'll do it. What does your heart want?
I believe I've mentioned this before, but I want to work in service of the church. Well, I suppose it doesn't necessarily have to be the church, but I want to help those in need. If I were to marry a noble, I think it would be difficult to realize that dream.
You'd have a lot of money to put towards it. Why can't you decline?
It's just, I've always allowed myself to follow the whims of those above me. I convinced myself that everything in life was at the will of the goddess. I was blind to reality. I believed it was her will to both pull me from the church and guide me to the officers' academy. The decision to enter this war was the first time I acted of my own free will.
Sure.
My adoptive father opposed this decision, but I somehow managed to convince him. Still, I couldn't free myself of him completely. This letter is proof of that. It's not that I'm scared of him, but there is something that worries me.
Severing your ties?
I knew you'd understand, Professor. I've sat down to write a reply several times, but I can't muster up the courage or the words.
Want me to do it?
I was hoping you could provide me with the encouragement I need.
Tell him to go fuck himself. Why reply at all? Yeah. Why reply at all?
If I don't, he'll go ahead with the arrangement. I suppose I must aim toward cutting him out of my life completely. Okay. I think that may have been just the push I was looking for. I'll tell him the truth. That I've found a life worth pursuing, and I must decline the proposal. Maybe I should tell him I've fallen for someone else.
Fallen from someone else? Who might that be?
Why, it's you, Professor. Isn't that obvious?
Excuse me? I wouldn't say obvious.
I'm just teasing. Now I'm off to write this letter and stand my ground. Thank you for your encouragement.
Alright. Our support level is now A. That is... unless... Wow, there's no exclamation marks next to supports. I said that was going to be the last one. We might have one with Felix. I should probably work to one with Sylvain. Just so that basically I'll have maxed... Well, let's take a look. Edelgard, Hubert, Ferdinand, Linhart, Caspar, Bernadetta, Dorothea, Petra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I have maxed out my support with my original class, which I feel like you probably should do. If I max out with Sylvain, it'll be basically maxed out with all of the adopted members of my class that I really care about, right? Let's see. Yeah, because Mercedes and Lacithia and Manuela, they're maxed out. So yeah, I guess I should try to max out with Sylvain too. Let's see if he wants to go to T. Hopefully. Please don't turn me down. It's all oh, we never... Oh yeah, I've got to collect this stuff too. Morphous Plum. Okay. Almerian Pine Needles. Actually, I thought maybe it's just slow to spawn in. Red Flower Seeds. I came by and I looked to see what had spawned here my last episode before I went on the air. I didn't pick anything up. Ooh, Xanadu Treasure Fruit, a prized fruit as red as blood that grows in Xanadu, cooks into a dish that boosts magic and resistance. We should probably do that next week. A door key! Something we have still yet to use. And for some reason I thought I had more. But I think it might have just been taking some time to spawn in. Alright. Sylvain. It's tea time, mofo. Let's go.
I've been thinking, and what's come, whoever, but nobody's, it won't be an easy.
It is tea time.
Thank you so much.
There we go. I don't think we've had tea with Sylvain, because that is a really creepy look he's got. What do you want? What would Sylvain want to drink? Yeah, we'll try this.
Hey, I couldn't turn down your invitation.
You are very tall. You are very tall on this screen.
Thank you so much. Ah, delicious.
Okay, good. He liked it. So that's a start. Let's chat.
Yeah.
Strange fish in the pond, monastery rules, relaxing at the sauna?
Yeah.
The thing we can't do? You seem well fashion your ambitions. There we go. And finally, Academy memories, you're doing great work. The last battle, you're doing great work.
I see.
There we go. Hey.
I was thinking I should do some proper training sometime. Care to join me, Professor?
Let's see. Commend Sutti chat.
Really?
Okay. Well, we had a great tea time.
Thank you for the treat, Professor. I'd like to do this again sometime.
Not a perfect tea time, but we've had a better tea time than we've had in a while. My charm increased by 1, and so did his. Alright, I will shower you with gifts because I'm not going to use these for anything else. This.
Thanks so much.
And this.
Thanks so much.
And this. Here, have a fishing float.
Thanks so much.
Have more fishing
Thanks
floats?
so much.
Have the owl feather.
Oh.
Oh, you like the owl feather?
Thanks so much. Thanks.
Alright, how's that do? I will shower you with gifts. Ah! That did it. Excellent. Excellent. So, with that, I'll have maxed out the reputation of everyone I wanted to. Fantastic. Let's end exploration and go to our final week of instruction. Instruct manually, because I've got a few things to do. Alright, Hubert and Lysithia. You are the ones that I am going to instruct. Hubert, for the love of God, get up to C+. Oh my god, that took so much work. Just keep going, don't stop, never stop. And Lysithia, you as well. You're probably not gonna get to B, are you? Yeah, probably not. You might not get to be a Grimmery. Alright. Instruct everybody else. Edelgard, Ferdinand, Caspar, Bernadetta, and Petra. Interesting that it keeps choosing Bernadetta's lance. I guess it chooses your lowest skill. Begin training. What's our final training going to be? Yep, time to go talk to Sylvain.
Ugh, that hurts. Ah, Professor. Thanks for stopping by.
How's your injury? You got hurt protecting me.
It's not bad. I was even told I'd be cleared for service starting tomorrow. Besides, I got this scar fighting for you. It's almost like a medal or something.
Are you hitting on me? Didn't you want to kill me? Are you happy you protected me? Didn't you want to kill me?
I certainly meant it when I said it, but when I thought you were going to be killed for real, my reflexes kicked in. I reacted without thinking. It doesn't mean I've stopped being jealous of you. But come on, I can't help but look up to you. If I'd had the guts to run away from home, I wonder if I would have cared as little about my crest as you do yours.
You realize I didn't even know I had this for most of my life. You didn't have the courage?
No. But if I thought I could have escaped, I would have tried. I'd leave behind House Gautier and the life of a nobleman and anybody who knew I had a crest. Our home is to the very north of the kingdom. Just across the mountains from us is land inhabited by foreigners to Fodlan. Right now it actually belongs to Fargus, but I can't say we're on good terms with the people there. Anyway, that land has been contested for centuries, and all that time, it has fallen to House Gautier to protect it. Actually, our Lance of Ruin has been doing most of the protecting.
But it was stolen. I remember 5 years ago.
Those were dangerous times. One wrong step, and we would have lost our relic to the church.
In fact, someone told me that if you do not recruit Sylvain, you do lose the Lance of Ruin to the church.
My father was afraid that the church would try to keep the lance, so he entrusted it to me. If an emergency arose, I was supposed to be called back home. I guess those very situations are why my family values crests so much. Since I bear a crest, my parents made sure I was never left wanting. My older brother didn't have one, and so when I was born, he was pushed aside. You know, he once shoved me in a well. He left me on the mountainside in the middle of winter, too.
That's horrible.
Even as a little kid, I understood why he was like that. My mere existence stole everything from him. I have no right to complain when I am surrounded by people who would give anything to bear a crest, but do not. Now, women smile at me for the same reason my parents adore me, and my brother wanted me dead. And I have to meet them all with a smile and a wink, because I have a crest.
So, what you really feel towards women is...
The women who just want to use me to become nobility? Hatred's probably the right word. Though, in the end, that's just an easy answer. I don't even know how I truly feel about it all. Anyway, it was pretty unreasonable of me to resent you. I'm really sorry about that. And I want to say thank you, Professor. Seriously, thank you.
For what?
Before I met you, I'd gone my whole life not knowing there was another way for me to live. So, from the bottom of my heart, I'm glad we met.
Okay, you know what? That was a pretty good final support. I like that one. No questions, though.
You need to stop being so stubborn. We were never quite working in concert.
And I got a crappy result, didn't I?
I could say the same to you. We're lucky to finish this with so little trouble.
Yay. Support points increased. Got stones and stuff. Alright, so Hubert is probably not going to be a Dark Knight. Unless I get
It's starting to feel like a part
really
of me.
lucky. Dorothea learned the magic Agnia's Arrow with the ability Reason level 5.
One step before the next step.
Petra learned the ability Lance Prowess level 3 and the ability Reason level 3. And that's it. Okay. Time for our final, well, our next to final certification attempts, because we should have one right before the next battle. Oh my god, Hubert can actually try. 49% of being a Dark Knight. Hubert, can you do it? Hubert, 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 damn it. Alright, one more chance at it.
A wasted opportunity.
What about Lysithea? "45% chance. Albino nuke, albino nuke, albino nuke, albino nuke, albino. Damn it! Maybe I shouldn't chant.
Failed.
Shut up. Alright. We're gonna call it an episode here. Literally, next time is going to be our final roundup of points and then going straight into the final battle. I'll see you then. Thanks for coming out and joining me today. As always, I appreciate it. If you enjoyed what you saw, make sure you let me know, give me that thumbs up, subscribe to see more, and leave me comments. Thanks for watching again, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.